Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about and show you the big benefit of one finger steering. Now, one finger steering is a method that I use from time to time, and let me just say this right at the beginning of the video. I would not recommend using one finger steering for the driving test because it's generally not something that is taught, but it's something that I've learned to use over the years in very specific situations, and it can safely be used in specific situations. And the one benefit is as follows. It allows you to quickly turn the wheel with only a single finger. And because you're turning the wheel with only a single finger, it allows a complete other hand to be free, and it also allows your other fingers to be free. So let me give you an example. Let's say I was using one finger steering and I was turning the wheel to the left, right? I could use one finger steering with my left hand. I could turn the wheel as I'm adjusting my climate control, or, as I'm adjusting the radio, or as I'm shifting gears if I was driving a manual car. So I could do all of that with just one finger. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's a very similar benefit to one-handed steering. You can do all of this stuff with one-handed steering. But the huge benefit is that you have your other fingers available for you. Now, let's say, for instance, one of your fingers is injured, right? If one of your fingers or a few of your fingers are injured, you might not be able to use one-handed steering properly, but you can still use one finger steering as long as one of your fingers is available, just like that. Let's say, just for argument's sake, I'm just going to grab my son's play block over here. Let's say you're holding something in your fingers. I'm holding this in my hand, and I can still steer with one finger. So I can hold something in my hand, I can steer with one finger, and I can shift gears or adjust the climate control or, turn on the seat warmer or anything like that, whatever you need to do. And when you combine that with the simple fact that it allows you to turn the wheel really quickly, like check this out. Look at how quickly I can turn the wheel all the way to the right and all the way to the left. I mean, like, it's really quick. So when you combine all of those things together, it creates an awesome steering method. Now, let me just briefly explain the situations in which I would be using one finger steering. It's generally not something that I would use when the car is moving. Now, I've seen people use it when the car is moving, and to be honest with you, my dad has used this steering method, this one finger steering method, a lot, and that's sort of where I learned it and where I've picked it up. But generally speaking, if I was making a left turn, I wouldn't really use this often because it actually limits the control that you have over the steering of the car. But if I was at a standstill and I had to turn the wheel all the way to the left or all the way to the right, I would consider using one finger steering. Let me go over an example of when that would happen. Let's say I was making a U-turn. I'm pulled over to the side of the road, got to turn the wheel all the way to the left, proceed forward, turn the wheel all the way to the right, proceed in reverse, turn the wheel all the way to the left, proceed forward. And by doing that one finger steering method, I can reap those advantages. I can get those advantages. And also, it's not putting me in a situation that is a sort of a dangerous one, because when you're doing a 3-point turn, all that you need to do is turn the wheel all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left. You're not really trying to find a sweet spot like a regular turn. Another situation is maybe a 3-point turn. If I was pulled over to the right and I wanted to do a 3-point turn, I would be pulled over, turn the wheel all the way to the left, proceed when it's safe to do so, and release the wheel, and it'll turn back as I'm done the 3-point turn. So those are the situations in which, using this benefit of one finger steering would be very helpful. Now, like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing it on the driving test, but in a real life driving situation, there are certain situations in which using one finger steering is great, and you can reap this main one big benefit of one finger steering, which is you get to turn the wheel quickly, only using one finger, which leaves not only a whole hand free, but also the rest of your fingers free. If you want to hold something like, just for instance, is the easiest thing that I have available to me. Any parent will know that you probably have toys all over the car. My son's block. And that's it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.